Hello and welcome to Gotham Sound. My name's Nate, and today we're going to be going over the basic fundamentals of how to connect to a MiFi. A MiFi is a single cellular modem mobile hotspot, so to speak. The MiFi that we're going to be using in our demonstration today is the Franklin T10, which is our most popular MiFi currently in the Gotham Rentals inventory. These single SIM card devices are very similar to your cell phone. These mobile hotspots work very similar to turning your phone into a mobile hotspot. So if you find yourself needing an internet solution with more than a single SIM or a singular modem, be sure to check out our communications rentals page on the website, where we have plenty of PEP-Link devices that use multiple SIMs, multiple modems. You can establish bonding and use that if it's what's needed for your set. So you can check those out. But these right here are the quickest, the fastest, and probably the easiest to use internet solution. And there's a reason why they're so popular. You can just get connected right away and establish a pretty decent internet connection. So the first step in connecting to a MiFi is powering it on. Now, we have multiple different types of MiFis in our rental inventory. This, like I said, is just our most popular model. Right here is the power button. So what you need to do is hold that down for about a second and wait for the LED screen to pop up. Right there, it just says welcome. Now this takes a second or so to get powered on all the way. You're looking for three things to make sure that the device is connected to the internet or is finished fully turning on. You're looking for the battery level, and you're looking for the cellular connection, as well as LTE. So right here, now that our device is powered on all the way, we see the battery indicator right up here in the top right, and the cellular signal indicator right up there in the top left. The Franklin T10 is a T-Mobile MiFi. We also have Verizon MiFis in our rental inventory as well. It has the network and the password printed on here. So you shouldn't need to go through the menu in order to find that information. But in case this sticker has fallen off, then there's a solution. If you tap this power button, the same one that you use to turn on the device, one time, it'll show you the amount of data used. We'll explain the data usage and what that means in a little bit. You can also see the Wi-Fi name, which is the same one that is here, and the Wi-Fi password, which is the same one on the sticker as well. So, like I said, if you ever lose that sticker, you can still connect to the device. Now, what good is a MiFi if you're not able to connect to it? You can use any Wi-Fi enabled device to connect to this MiFi. Printers, laptops, and very popularly cell phones. So for this demonstration today, we're just going to be using my cell phone to try to connect to this mobile hotspot. All right, so the first thing we're going to look for is in settings and Wi-Fi. We're looking for the network that matches the one that we saw on this device and on the sticker on this device, GSC 5739. So I'm already connected to this, so let me just forget this network real quick to show you the whole process. So we're looking for GSC 5739. Oh, there it is. And now we enter the password. All of the MiFis in our rental inventory, and all internet connecting devices for that matter, its password starts with Gotham and then some sort of keyword. So on this device, it looks like the password is Gotham Fury. So now we're going to type in that password that is on the device. And then hit join or connect, whatever your device says. Depending on what Wi-Fi enabled device you're using, and one thing that has caused some confusion in the past is the network name is the same thing as the SSID. If for whatever reason the device you're using, let's say maybe a printer, doesn't have a search option, if you need to enter the SSID and the network password, both of those are the exact same information. All right, we got that blue check mark, so I guess that means we're well connected now. The GSC 5739 is online. You can also see on the MiFi that there's a new indicator that has popped up. This little internet icon, this Wi-Fi icon, and then the number 1. That number 1 means the number of devices connected. With our rental MiFis, we typically only permit 5 users to connect to the same MiFi at the same time. We've noticed sometimes that network quality and speeds tend to suffer quite a bit when you're overloading a bunch of users onto the same device. So now that we're connected to our MiFi, we're going to do a speed test. So the way I facilitate a speed test is I just go on my Wi-Fi enabled device that I'm connected to the MiFi with and just open a web browser. It doesn't matter which one. And for the sake of this, I'm just going to use Safari and then search into Google or any other search engine, just speed test. I typically just use the one that's built into Google. It's right there. It's quick. It's accurate enough. But once we have selected run test, it is now giving us a meter with a bunch of numbers. So we've got the download speed has arrived as well as the upload speed. And these numbers and this network report really aren't the most important or accurate thing. You could keep testing again and again and you're just going to get different results. But one thing we do know is that the device is connected to the internet. We also can see right here that it says your connection is fast. So that basic little report is enough to indicate that this device is going to be good enough for use of sending messages, emails, printing documents, basic office work. We don't recommend streaming video, either uploading or downloading streaming video off of these devices. And the main reason for that is the MiFis in our rental inventory only have an allotted amount of data at their highest speeds. So for example, this Franklin T10 has 40 gigabytes of 4G LTE speeds. Now, once you have used all 40 gigabytes of that data, the device doesn't just shut off. What does happen though is your speeds begin to throttle. You end up getting 3G service as your speeds throttle, and it's just not as reliable or consistent once you've hit your data limit for the month. On some of these devices, there's a really easy way to check how much data has been used in that month period. Right here on the MiFi, if you just hit that power button once, it'll say 5.2 of 40 gigabytes used. That is the amount of data that has been used in this billing cycle. For the Franklin T10s, the billing cycle starts on the 13th and ends on the following month's 13th. So exactly a month, 40 gigabytes per device. So now that we've connected to our MiFi and facilitated a speed test, we know for sure that we're actually connected to the internet. So congratulations, you've unlocked the power of the internet at your fingertips. There are plenty of other additional settings you can tweak to a MiFi. Some of those being the ability to use more than 5 users. If you need to change the password, maybe too many people on your set or your production or your crew have already connected to the device and maybe their phones are all automatically connecting and now you're not able to get in. Maybe we need 7 people on the MiFi today, that kind of stuff. Give us a call at Gotham Sound and ask for the Communication Rentals Department. We can definitely facilitate some of the admin settings or at least walk you through on how to change those settings yourself. Signing off for today, this has been Nate from Gotham Sound. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube, and be sure to stay up to date with all things Gotham.